I'm just finishing up this collapsible outfeed table for my Delta table saw. It's 30 by 40. It fits on here nicely. It's a lot of trial and error. I made some mistakes, and feel free to watch the video so you don't make the same mistakes. Anyway, stick around and I'll show you how I did this one. So I want to put a foldable outfeed table on my table saw here. One of the problems is the angle in the legs. I bought these brackets from Amazon a few weeks back. Now I'm going to put them to use. Figured I'd use some 2x4s to stand and then I'll put some 1/2 inch plywood between the two, or 3/4 inch plywood. One of the things I'm going to have to deal with is this dust port. Might be able to cut this and put a 90 on just to get it out of the way of the table. Because one of the things that you have to worry about when the table is folded down is what to do with the dust port. Put one there, and the lowest I can go is about there. I'd like to go lower, but you have the angled part. I wanted something a little beefier to bolt these onto the legs, so I went and bought a 5/16 drill and tap bit. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a try. I do have the 1/4 but I wanted something just a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and drill and tap it, put some bigger bolts in. A little bit of oil. I think I cranked it down too tight on the other side. I was trying to avoid that using this little wrench. Yeah, this is really thin stuff, so be careful of that. So I'm just making them tight enough to compress the lock washers. Learn from my mistakes. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to countersink them. Yeah, that's under solid. Now it gives me a lot more options having these countersunk. I just happen to have these two pieces of 24-inch 3/4. I can mount one right here, one right here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I cut that 30 by 40 out of a full sheet, and using a track saw made it so much easier. I don't see how I lived without one for so long. And I also had that 20-foot piece of shop vac hose I could just pull right out of the garage to where I needed it. So that was kind of nice too. This thing hanging down is a lot of weight on those screws, so that's what I'm worried about. Anyway, I'll go ahead and get that started on screwing these into here, and then I'll put the top on. Oh, first mosquito of the year. Won't be the last. I'll put the 3/4 inch everywhere it doesn't have 2x4 behind it. And then like this one's got 2x4 behind it, so I'll put a 2-inch screw in there. I found these 1/4 by 1 3/4. These are nice and beefy. I'm going to use these. Oh yeah, I wish I could get that in all of them. So I have a nice beefy one here going into the 2x4. And I think up here I'm going to put a 1/4-20 bolt all the way through. This is 1.25 inch. Two good places of support. I am kind of worried about this, holding the MDF. Oh yeah, that's much better. Run this bolt all the way through. And on the back I've got a washer and a lock washer. Putting these 3 strips here will allow me to secure these to here, and then I can drill up from here into the MDF. But exactly what point do I have to move it back from the fence so it doesn't interfere? That's going to be the height right there. Right there. Okay, I have all the screws started. Now I'll screw them all up from the bottom, and then I'll screw some in underneath here as well. And I'll feel a lot better about it, because this thing's pretty heavy. Oh, thank goodness. Should have went back. That did it. Figure out what to do with the dust collection. If I put a big hole in here, it really won't affect anything. I'm using it as an outfeed table. What do you think? What other shop dog? Hi, Elsie. So, come on, boop, boop. If you know if I can cut that and put a 2.5 inch adapter on there, let me know. It looks bigger in the back, so I'm thinking about cutting that dust port and redirecting the dust collection out that way.